Okay, welcome back to Boystorm. This is Boystorm After Dark.
Yeah, baby. Night coffees.
Night coffee.
Night coffees at the Rab, babe.
Night pod.
Thank you to all our teenage and adult, the people who can stay up late listeners. I know I'm saying it like it's a radio
It's
show.
not live.
Yeah, well.
No, people are listening to this going to work in the morning, or maybe you're listening to this at night, so you're fit. You're matching our nighttime energy right now.
Yeah.
But no, we're back, man.
We're back.
Little end of the weekend, late
Sunday
night, fucking
Fun weekend too, huh?
I did. I had a good weekend. It was my first weekend home in a really, really long time.
Oh.
Home being Nashville right now.
That is your home, Lee.
Yes, right
That is your
now.
home.
Indeed.
right
But
now.
it feels weird saying that. But
Yeah.
it's my first weekend not being away for a minute. So it was nice. I didn't do anything.
You just hung out? Did you golf?
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. I'm guessing. I was out
Golf
of town.
2 days, golf Friday and Saturday.
Does
It was
golfing
good.
have a season? Like, is it ever like a?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're kind of, in theory, going into the off season because of the weather, and it's an outdoor thing. But I mean, I wasn't even trying to sound like a dick there. I'm
I know,
sorry.
but Tyler kind of walked into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an outside
Hey, does
sport.
camping have an off season?
It's an outside sport.
Well, okay. So if I had to guess, I would think that it's off season now because it's fucking cold outside.
Yeah, you're right. It
but
is
if you're
off-season.
golfing, then obviously no one gives.
I
a
wasn't
shit.
trying to be
Yeah.
a prick, but there is
No,
an
Connor's
off-season.
just a.
No, it's just listen.
Well, it's funny. The
It was
dynamic
fun.
is slowly turning into Connor coming after Kyler. Kyler
I love
looking.
Kyler.
I know you do.
I love
I know
Kyler.
you do. But no, it's cold golf is fun. Fall
Yeah.
golf is fun. Going out, fighting the elements a little bit is good.
It does seem like half of golf is just getting to be outside, like dicking around. With
It
your
really
buddies.
is just an excuse. It's if you don't want to say you're really into like going and walks at parks,
Yeah.
because that's basically what it is.
There seems like a couple types of golf guys. Like guys just want to hang with their boys. Guys who are like fighting off a divorce. Where they're like, the more time we spend together, the closer we'll. Like they have a set
He's
number.
fighting it off. He's
But
get back.
You know what I
No,
mean? They're like, if I spend 1,000 more hours with my wife, I'll divorce her. So I need to spend
Spread
less
this out.
time.
I got to get this 10 more years till the kids are out of the house.
And those guys, you can feel when they're like, I like golf, and you're like, do you?
Well, just like
or do
comedy,
you hate Sarah?
just like comedy, because I can go at nauseum about the similarities between golf and stand-up. But one of them is, if you're in a bad place, if you're going through a divorce or whatever, or if you've got something on your mind that you're not taking care of, if there's something looming, you're going to not play good golf or you're going to bomb on stage.
Yeah. And
You
in
know?
the late 90s, black guys were best at it.
Yeah, just one.
Bernie Mac, Tiger Woods.
Yeah, that's it. That
Bernie
is
Mac,
the one
Tiger
guy.
Woods.
That is the one dude. Rest in peace to both, though, for real.
I know. It's a shame.
Wait, Tiger Woods died.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you're not clocked in at all, dude.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Check your phone when we get off this pod.
R.I.P. Mr. Woods. He got lots of puss out here.
Crazy Tiger Woods story. I have a cousin who was at University of Florida, and there was this girl that he knew who used to always be like, I fucked Tiger Woods. And they were all like, all right. And then she worked at like a Perkins or
Yes.
just some
a
random.
Perkins.
Yes,
A Perkins is perfect.
in Orlando.
Yes.
And no one believed her. And then the story came out, and they all were like,
And she was
oh,
like,
shit.
see, he likes gross women who work at poor diners.
I told you he fucks waitresses.
Yeah, dude.
it truly was. Like, they were like, oh, I guess she wasn't lying. And also now we still think that's not cool.
I played Little League with this kid whose dad was in the NFL. Ex-UK player, grew up in Lexington. His dad was like a journeyman NFL player. And he played for the Packers for a period of time. Of course, he didn't tell me this story when I was like 10, but he told my dad, who then told me when I was an adult. But he was out in Green Bay one time with Brett Favre, and they're sitting at a bar drinking, and Brett Favre looks at him and goes, pick a woman in this bar. And he's like, okay. And he picks a woman, and then Brett goes, now pick a car in the parking lot. And he picks up truck, and Brett's like, I'll bet you $500 that by the end of the night I fucked that woman on the hood of that car. And then
And they did.
And then he won the bet
God, that's
because he did.
That's wild.
Because he did, man.
And
that's
now-
way before camera phones. That's
Yeah.
before. It's like right at the cusp back when you could just fully be a complete scoundrel without fear of repercussion.
The perfect time where there's enough technology that you can get famous, like globally, but not enough technology to stop you from horribly misusing that fame.
Ruin it. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You go, I can be on Letterman and everyone will be like, that guy was on Letterman, but they can't stop me fucking a lady in a car.
Definitely not.
It can't stop
Perfect
you
time.
nowadays either, brother, if you're free.
That's not true.
That bullshit.
Can't stop Tyler. They
They
cannot
can't
stop
stop
Tyler.
me.
They can stop you if your mind's weak. I'm fucking. If I was Brett Favre right now, I'd still fuck a bitch on the hood of a truck. iPhones and all, I wouldn't give a shit. Dude, I'm Brett fucking Favre.
It feels
I'm
like
Tiger
Kyler.
Woods.
Feels like Kyler fucking Finney might fuck a lady on a
Well,
truck. he said.
Deshaun Watson had that exact same mindset, and now he's not Brett
grind
fucking
set.
Favre.
He had a grind set.
Yes, he had a crime set.
So
That is
what was
the
that?
weirdest.
What was that? Ja Morant too?
No, he
What?
was just pulling guns on people.
Oh, he wasn't fucking.
He
in
was
cars?
pulling guns on like Instagram live audiences.
which
Well,
is
he pulled
certified
a-
gangster.
He
totally.
pulled a gun on a guy in a car at like a red light.
He's like,
and then
look
he-
at this.
The funny one is he slapped a teenager who was playing basketball at his house and like had a gun. He like the teenager was like, "You fouled me," and he slapped him and then pulled out a gun. And they were all like, "All right, dude, all right."
You guys know Spencer
That's a
DeMolke?
Yeah.
No,
He came to my house this weekend, and I just kept giving him guns the whole. It was really fun.
you gave him guns to hold.
Oh,
The
just-
boy can wield a gun. He's no stranger
Just bunch
to the,
of
to
just
the
gave him
heat.
a bunch of guns, dude. I was like, "Hey, check this out. It's a big gun."
Spencer, did you like the gun? Spencer's here. Spencer's here.
We've got
I'm
a
not
live
doing whatever-
in-person audience.
Oh,
Andy
shit.
Warhol shit we're doing where it's like a performance art. Did you like the guns? I loved them. He loved them.
Guns rock.
Hey.
They are very fun.
You got any guns? You got any guns yet moving to Nashville, dude?
Yeah, I just got one. I just got a little John.
I think he had one before Nashville. I think
Yeah,
he had
I
one
did.
at 12.
You gotta get you a
Tribal
Nashville
down
gun.
here. Get me an old Tennessee gun.
Yeah, like an AR.
Yeah.
Is that a Nashville
Is that a
gun?
Nashville gun?
Get you a Baghdad gun.
Hey, man,
Get
no.
you a circa 2001 Fallujah gun.
I
Get
just
you-
got a little pea shooter. I got a little, like a 5-shot revolver, little Taurus 38 Special.
Yeah, those are
Nice.
cool.
A little
Nice.
snub nose. It is a fun little
You got
gun.
5 chances, you know.
Yeah, there it is.
I got a Glock. I got 30. I can afford a couple mistakes. You know what I mean?
A Glock 9 can have 30 in the chamber. That's crazy.
Not in the chamber.
In the mag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a lot of
Oh,
bullets.
dude, you can get 50 if you want to. You want to get dirty?
Are the bullets littler?
No, they're all the same size. It's still 9. It's just a mag. Like my magazine is like a foot long.
Oh, it's the extendo clip.
Yes.
My man's banana Kyler over here.
Did you, I mean, knowing Kyler for as long as you've known him, did you expect him to be like, I just want a reasonable, not at all crazy gun choice? Like, he was getting a fun gun.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. So
absolutely.
the 30 round is just like that's like in my nightstand. Like
Yeah.
if a fucking someone comes in,
In case someone breaks in and really quick, I have to shoot them 30 times.
In case that tooth fairy comes back and I have to blow her head off.
In case 6 basketball teams break in at the exact same
Yeah.
time, I need 30 bullets. I need 30 bullets.
I'm with Kyler, though. It does go in the nightstand. It's completely ridiculous to store
it's got a
it
flashlight on
somewhere
it.
else.
Oh, yeah, mine's in the nightstand.
Do you ever just use the flashlight?
Yeah, totally.
That's hilarious.
totally.
He just, it's like, where's the cereal?
The power goes out, and he's down there switching the breaker, just holding a Glock 9mm at it.
So I pulled it out the other night. I was making smothered chicken. Me and Q made smothered chicken, and I sent Zach Townsend a picture of me pointing my gun at it, and then I just. I got ADHD, so I just put my gun in the closest drawer, which happened to be Q's underwear drawer.
Insane. I want
Two-
to be going on the record as saying that's crazy.
And 2 days later, she was like, "Why is your gun in there?" I was like, "I don't fucking know."
Just a very veiled passive threat.
Yeah.
You
He
can
goes,
use
why is
a-
your gun in here? You go, why do people break up? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Why do women cheat sometimes? Yeah, dude. You can use a gun for a lot. I used a gun. I put it on Instagram. I used a gun to hammer in some nails to my wall the other day.
I don't think you're supposed to put them on Instagram. I've
Yeah.
heard rumors that they don't like it.
Maybe.
But you can sneak them, I think.
Mine was very sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you were using it like
I was using it as a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
If I covered a gun in paint and then just like did some abstract painting on something, would it get taken down?
I don't know.
Nope.
I got-
'cause it's be gay.
Yeah, I got a little internet experiment that I'm gonna run, dude.
You do something gay, they'd be like, "No, that's cool, man. He's using that gun to paint. What a statement."
Yeah, yeah. That is. Then it becomes art.
Yep.
Then it's a statement.
It is a statement.
Speaking of statements, what cities were you in this weekend, young con man?
I went to Atlanta, No traffic, good drivers, not crazy.
Good.
And then we did. Atlanta is truly.
It's a tough city.
I just don't understand why people keep moving there.
Is there like 4 million more people in Atlanta than Nashville?
It feels
Why
like
is it so much bigger?
I don't know, but
a
it's
big
like
number.
it's so
Gigantic.
many people. It's so, and you just go like, dude, everything here is inconvenient. Like we're just trying to get to the venue, and the traffic's just crazy.
What was the venue?
Center Stage Theater.
Let's go.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's a big one.
And then we went to High Point, which is like,
High Point, like where the university is?
Yeah, where it's like a
North
country
Carolina
club.
or something?
It's a university like only. It's like you see the campus and you go, oh, this costs $70,000.
Yeah, it is. It's like a country club college.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of crazy.
High Point.
Yeah, and we just went there and then we drove back this morning.
God, Kyler just burped so
I
loud.
burped
it made him
that
giggle.
way.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not mad that you burped. I'm just
Sort of curry part of the
commenting.
pod,
I'm
dude.
commenting on the fact that you burped so loud and then just turn around and you're just giggling your ass off.
Also, he turns around and he's like, oh, yes, High Point.
It is
Indeed.
so funny.
Indeed, High Point.
When you said High Point, I thought about guns again.
Why?
You came into this with a gun mentality.
It's like I think High Point's a bullet, or maybe it's a type of gun.
Have you ever had any Kai baby, have you ever had any gun mishaps? Like, did you grow up around guns? Like, did you shoot clay pigeons and shit?
No, so I didn't grow up around. I mean,
like clay.
my mom actually hates guns.
Okay.
My dad was in the military, so he has a couple, but like they're very put up, like not very big into guns. But here recently, like a year ago, 2 years ago, me and my buddies lived at this townhome, and we were going to the mall, and you know, every once in a while, it's like, should we bring the guns? Like, yeah, we'll bring the gun.
Yeah, let's bring the gun to the mall.
Wait, what? No, it's not. It's literally never like that.
Every now and again, you're like, well, should we bring the?
If you get a weird like feeling like someone's gonna try something today, you know, you just bring that blicky with you. It's like being a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You're just like, I know I'm gonna win. You know?
No, that's 100% different, isn't it?
Well, it's okay. Everyone has their own fucking things, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, if you got a gun, then you know that in that day, in theory, you're pretty invincible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I don't have a gun because I have weed with me, so I don't need to carry a gun. You know what I mean?
Why? Because if someone comes up and tries
I'm
to
like, hey,
kill
dude,
you,
hit
you're just
this.
like, hey, no weed, man, it's chill.
Hit this, yeah, relax. But we were about to leave, and I went to clear my friend's gun, and
In the mall?
no, in my house before we left.
Okay, yeah.
And I was trying to clear it, and I don't know exactly what happened, but another bullet like went in the chamber while the one didn't eject, and it closed, and I was like, I pulled it back, and it just shot, and it shot through the cabinet, through my dishwasher, into the fridge of where I was renting.
Oh my god.
And I tell you what, couldn't keep fruit fresh ever. I mean, it just...
Yeah, because you shot your refrigerator. That's crazy.
It was wild because...
Did you get your deposit back?
I got $70 back. And nothing had to do with...
$70.
I don't think they noticed the bullet hole in the fridge. I mean, I got the
you lost
list.
it for other stuff?
It was like blinds, repairing a piece of trim, painting, carpet cleaning. Nothing was like, hey, did you shoot the
Did you shoot the
You
fridge?
didn't happen to shoot the fruit bowl, did you?
Damn.
I got shot at when I moved here to Nashville.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I
story.
lost. The lady was like, "I'm not going to charge you for it," and I was like, "Yeah."
I know.
I assumed you had a soul,
yeah.
and then I didn't get the deposit back. And she said it was other shit, but I was like, I'm pretty sure she's upset. There's a bullet hole in the house. I was watching Great British Baking Show with our buddy Chance Willie.
I remember when that happened, man. I
Yeah.
talked to both of you guys about that shit.
That was a wild one.
That was just during a time of our lives where it's like, and I guess it's still the same, just because you kind of just got to keep moving or whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys just had to act like you weren't so scared by
dude.
that.
Dude,
You just had to
yeah.
fully move past it and be like, I guess we should go to the East Room tonight. And
Oh,
it's like
100%.
A guy held a gun like
I was
to
getting
your
roasted.
nose.
I was getting
People were
roasted for like
"You're
months.
a pussy."
They were like, "There's old almost got shot at guy."
And you're just like waking up in the middle of the night.
Oh, dude, to
Yeah.
this day, like Christy, it was funny. One time I was doing the classic thing where I was like, "Yeah, you know, all these people got to move on, trauma, blah blah," like just being, you know,
A guy.
talking shit.
I had the exact same conversation a couple days
Christy
ago.
started laughing, and I go, "What's funny?" And she goes, "You sleep with a gun right next to the bed, and every time there's a noise, you're like, yeah, like crap." Dude, we
Yeah.
heard a noise. We ordered something on Amazon, and it came at 4 a.m. And this was like a week ago. But I didn't know. I just get up and it's dark. And so I go, oh, time to go check what's going on. And I just instinctively like brought the gun to the front door.
Yeah.
And she was like laughing her ass off because it's like me and my 2 cute dogs, and I just have a gun.
And then you're
like,
in your
It's
underwear.
the Amazon guy.
It's just a box.
That's
God damn.
I mean,
dude.
after it happens one time, and you go like, yeah, what am I gonna not bring the gun?
Yeah, for sure. No, you're. I get it.
It's a bad idea.
I had at the same townhome that I shot the fridge in. It's a fun place. Cul-de-sacs are hell of a places, huh? I was there was this guy up the street who's crazy, like schizophrenic dude, and he was doing this thing where he was having episodes and he would leave his car alarm on all night. And it was, I mean, God, it was torture.
Episodes,
And
dude.
it was hell.
Not episodes.
I was getting so mad. It happened for weeks. Finally, I just go to his house and I'm fucking beating on his door. And he opens the door. He threatens me and shit. So, I'm like, this guy's nuts. I'm going to go call the police. Because when I walked away, he came back to the door and he was holding a gun. I was like, all right, I'm going to call the police.
So then I probably turned my back to him and walked off.
Yeah, I was like, well, I was like, I'm just going to go handle this a better
see
way.
you later.
But I called the police and turned the lights back off, go back to bed. I think they're just going to go handle it. Well, then I hear beating on my door. And I think it's that guy. So
You're like, fuck you.
No, so me and my roommate fucking stealth up, no lights on, fucking flashlights on the pistol. We're at the front door. I fucking chamber around, and I'm at the front door with the light going, and my buddy opens the door, and it's just a cop standing right there.
Jesus.
And I'm fucking, he's like, he goes, put the fucking gun down. And I was like, dude, you got to announce yourself, brother.
That's so crazy.
I'm dealing with a crazy guy. I could have shot you.
I brought that up. I have the most docile gun story ever, and you're like, you shot your fridge, and then you almost shot a cop.
Dude,
Yeah, and then people want to
also-
take guns. It's like, come on,
told
let us
the-
have this fun, bro.
That's like the classic cop story in reverse.
100%.
Like he's like, you got to announce yourself.
yeah.
You're coming to my shit, and he got mad because he stepped his shit in my yard.
It was yours.
Dude, that's wild.
It was yours, dude.
I'm the schizophrenic guy. I was
You ran over to a shed into your backyard.
That sounds like a
Turn
good
your
neighborhood.
fucking car alarm off. Filer, Kenny. You son of a bitch.
No, that dude was whack, dude. He changed all the light bulbs in his house to red, and you just see his house would be glowing red like hell inside. And he did this thing. Well, I had to go to court with this guy. He was his own lawyer. It was wild. Very wild incident.
He was the mayor of Antioch.
Yeah. No, okay. He threw everything in his house away, but threw the city trash.
He's a minimalist.
And he would steal the neighbors' trash cans and stuff like a shoe rack. And like he cut up his couch with like a chainsaw or reciprocate saw and stuffed it. He got rid of everything in his house through these dumpsters.
Through the city. Yeah.
But he would take his neighbors and none of them said anything to him because they were fucking terrified of this guy. He eventually went to jail because someone called the cops on him and he came outside with a baseball bat and just destroyed his neighbor's car.
So what is that? Disturbing the peace, destruction of property?
That was destruction of property. They had people like cops all around his house. And, like, it was pretty sick.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's a wild tale.
This guy sounds pretty cool.
Then he came back, and he was no episodes. I guess he got some medicine. Good for him.
God, my gun story is so weak compared to that. I knew I'd be able to get you going with that.
Dude.
I was just a
That
little
was
kid
great.
shooting skate,
Yeah.
little clay pigeon down there, and it was just a classic brain switch. My wires get crossed a lot. I'll switch words up or whatever, just like harmless stuff. But I was sitting there with just a double barrel shotgun pointed right at the ground, and you go pull, and when I said pull to pull the thing, I just pulled the trigger, and just I mean, dude, a crater
that big.
this big and that fucking deep, about 6 inches in front of my foot. I would have just blown my foot clear off.
Which would have been.
Everything would have been different, dude. I was 12. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have played baseball because that was like my whole identity growing
This would be
up.
called the 5 Foot Podcast.
Yeah, dude. No shit. Who knows, man? Damn, maybe if I did blow my foot off, I would have gotten into comedy earlier and would have really
Also,
popped.
you'd have a thing.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? If you have a thing in comedy, that's great. If you can have something horrible happen to you early enough in comedy.
If you, not saying like, oh, we need a thing, 'cause I agree.
Yeah.
Having one foot would be a thing. But if you could like make a deal with the devil or whatever.
1 foot would be a tough thing in
Yeah,
comedy.
isn't it crazy? you
guys
can't
got
even be like,
stairs
"Come
or
on, guys,
nuts?"
give me a round of applause." I can't give it to myself. You just have 1 foot. Yeah, it's not good. But if you would, if I don't know, some exec, if you could make a deal with the devil and cut off 3 of your fingers, and it meant that you would have a career, would you do it, and how would you do it? How would you cut them off? And I guess which ones?
2 pinkies in a ring. Maybe?
2 pinkies in a ring.
I
So
think.
then you're rocking like this.
Yeah, then I
You
could
have to
get
cut 3 fingers?
yeah.
Yeah.
I could get money back for all those jewelry I have. 2 pinkies in a ring. Yeah, I don't think I would do it. That seems like it'd be. Here's the question: do I have to be the 7-finger guy?
That's okay. That's
'Cause then
part of
I'm
the
out.
conversation. Because
Then
then
I'm
you got to go up and
I would
like
cut
I give
off,
that a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. There's no way.
I cut off both ring fingers and one of my thumbs, so I just have double
The
Horrible
worst
choices.
ones.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, both hands, dude. That's a good bit. I'd be up there like, fuck, hey, check this
What's
out.
up? I'm the shocker guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be my whole thing.
The shocking lobster.
I'd have a bunch of like fat women come to my shows and I fucking stink them up, you know? That shit would rule, dude. God, I love fat women stinking up stuff.
Last week he did a bit where he likes to go out into the public and sound mentally challenged, and then you just said that, and it sounded like the voice that you use,
Dude.
but it was just your natural voice.
I'm gonna make
I love fat women and
Stinking it up.
stinking up stuff.
I'm gonna make a compilation of just all the times he's gotten like physically sick into the microphone.
Yeah.
Just like- it's all he always says a crazy thing, and then he goes, "Horses are too big." And it's like this nuts.
And I'm not even trying to get crass or hate on you or anything, but like, what's the biggest woman you ever bedded? I mean, because that's
Okay,
that's
saying-
like a
Saying
reinforced
bedded is
bed.
nice. Saying bedded makes it nice.
Yeah,
So,
right.
I lost my virginity. The biggest girl I've ever had sex with, I lost my virginity to. And she wasn't big. She was Samoan.
Yeah,
so she was just
thick.
thick as fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
just giant old milkies and a
Sinewy.
big turd cutter on that thing, bro. And biggest one I ever been with. It was awesome. And I remember the night I lost my virginity, she made me spaghetti squash, and we watched Westworld.
Dude,
That was like 7 years ago.
That shit is awesome.
hold on. Somebody made me spaghetti squash after we had sex. I'd call the police on them.
Yeah.
That
No,
shit is nasty.
She was like, hey, thanks for that solid wiener. And even though it was your first time, I made you a nice little meal for taking your boy.
"Hey, you want a stinky root vegetable
God.
after you gave me
Yeah,
yours?" I mean,
yeah.
that is
dude?
Lost his virginity and
did
ate
you
his
eat
first
it?
vegetable on
Did
the
I
same
eat
night.
Her? No,
no.
She was
Did you
stinky.
I bet you loved
I
it.
meant, did you eat the spaghetti squash?
Oh yeah.
He goes, no. Her, she's.
How old were you?
18.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost my V at 18. She was 21 or 22.
So you
There you
hook
go.
up, and then you sit. She goes, "Now here's a plate of spaghetti
She
squash,"
goes-
and then you just eat it together.
yeah, we're sitting in bed. Fucking, I'm crisscross applesauce. I'm like, fucking, that was
I
great.
just got laid. This is awesome.
And then she took me home because I didn't have a car. I wasn't driving. She picked me up. She was like, hey.
She wanted to
It was
take
a
your
field
virginity.
trip, brother.
Yeah.
It was a field trip. I had to ask my mom. I was like, hey, can I go out with this? She's like, you're 18. I was like, yeah, but I just want to make sure I'm going to be home
Yeah,
late.
you go, yeah, but
Yeah.
she's Samoan.
It's an important day for me. I've got a lot of stuff going on. You know, I was really worried that I would be like a little noodle guy. And then she was like, hey, that was pretty nice little meat you got
You
on
piped me down, dude.
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
deserve a
thanks.
meal.
little spaghetti
Golly,
squash.
man.
How'd y'all meet?
Of course, Tinder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Tinder was.
Did
were
she
you a
know
big
she
Tinder
was
guy?
taking your virginity?
Yes.
Interesting. It's kind of sweet.
Nah, not really. She's nuts.
Yeah,
And now she's very large.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
love
Leslie, if you're watching this.
Like, compared to you, how big?
Oh,
tiny.
she's big now, brother. Pretty big now, dude. Now she looks like Maui from Moana.
Oh, man, you lost your virginity to The Rock.
Dude.
That's
Facts.
crazy.
So
dude.
I love that. Is that not tripping you up? The spaghetti squash. It's
It's
sweet to cook for someone, but spaghetti squash.
It is a
just-
pretty obscure dish.
Well, she was trying to watch. She was, trying to watch that waist,
Yeah.
and wanted to, she was like, hey, I'm trying to watch my figure, so you want to fuck me?
She was trying to start you up for round 2.
Yeah, I like that. I one time this is not as good, but I was on dating app. I went home with this girl from a bar, and we were gonna hook up, and then I go into her bathroom, and there is a plate on the back of the toilet. And something about that upset me so much that I'm not kidding. I just locked the door, got on my phone, called an Uber, and I waited. Like she was
Until
like, this
it was
guy
parked out front.
She was like, this guy's taking the biggest shit ever, and I'm like, even worse, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
because you left food in your bathroom.
Because you ate while you were shitting.
And I've never done this. I just. As soon as the Uber pulled up, unlocked the door, and walked just walked past her. She's like, "Where you go?" And I just left.
Didn't say I gotta go. You eat in the bathroom is bad.
I thought the kind thing to do would be just say nothing, because it would be worse to go, "Hey, I found food in your bathroom."
You disgusted me.
So now I can't ever imagine you sexually.
Did the plate have like
crumbs?
Food on
There
it
were
still?
crumbs on the
Well,
plate.
maybe she just sent it there to wash it later.
In the bathroom?
Did she have roommates?
No.
Oh well.
I appreciate you trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I mean,
kind.
listen, brother, I eat when I shit sometimes. Like,
What is-
I'll have a snack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
One in, one out. You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to think, like, what is the only acceptable reason to have a plate in the bathroom?
To have a
A guy broke into her house and put a plate on the back of the bathroom, and then she never saw him, and then he left.
Yeah.
That's the only acceptable. That's what would be okay.
Because if you're like finishing up a sandwich and then getting into the shower, that's bad too.
It's also just like it's like a sensory thing where it's like I know on some level that women eat and shit, but if they go like if you're about to hook up with a girl and she just goes like I just blew up that bathroom, I'm out.
I get it. Dude, brother, I get it.
You gotta just not. It's like sitting on a toilet seat and it's warm. You're like, I don't need to know that someone was just here.
Isn't like your like nose do a lot for like taste?
Yes. All of it, most of it.
So if you're shitting and eating, you're just like tasting poop.
Yeah, it's tough.
You're too busy.
It's like
it's
Indian
tough.
food.
If you're shitting and eating, you got to free up.
You're got a headset on. You're on a phone call too, filling in a spreadsheet.
If
using
Elon
an
Musk
abacus.
is shitting and eating, I go, I'll consider that. But
Right.
anybody less busy, I go, you got to free up some time.
Yeah, you got to work on your time management right now. Eating a full burrito while taking
You have a
shit.
microwave in the bathroom. You're just
That's
deep
success.
defrost.
You know what I will like? Everyone knows that a shower beer every now and again is a delight.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a true...
A diarrhea burrito.
yeah. No, a decadent, an absolutely decadent thing. Shower popsicle.
Oh.
That's
Wait, what
badass.
type of popsicle are we talking?
God,
Outshine.
doesn't being an adult rule, man.
Yeah, dude, a shower
God,
popsicle.
fucking damn.
Get it all
dude.
hot and steamy in there. You got to eat the popsicle. It's like a race against time, and you're just housing the popsicle. And then
like
if you
that.
get brain freeze, it doesn't matter. You're in a hot shower. Just stick your head under there, warm that brain right up.
What's a behavior you do that you're pretty confident is weird, but you're not sure?
Well, based on some of the
I
comments,
just can't wait to get the Kylie.
Yo,
dude.
based on the comments in the DMs specifically that I got,
dude.
people were upset about me peeing in the water bottle.
You know
dude.
what? You know what? They don't have to be in a different town doing stand-up every week.
Amen, dude.
There's no truckers on there being like, "What?" It's just guys being like, "Why would you pee in your car?" And you're like, "Cause I don't want to go."
Because I don't want to stop.
Sunoco sucks. That's why.
Because it's bad.
That being said, I don't pee in my car, but I defend.
Yeah.
I'm just not enough of an athlete.
I saw you in the comments defending me a little bit. Lee
Yeah.
Kimbrell is a good man.
I said it like he accused you of
People were
crime.
upset, man.
That guy also was weird. Is he like followed, liked it? I'm like, oh, a fan, and I think he followed just to be like, ew. Like
I
that's
think
all he
no, I
wanted.
think he might have followed it. Like he I think he followed you beforehand because he followed a bunch of Zany's comics.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know. I think the pee thing just really set him over the edge, man. He was
Well,
upset, dude.
I'm gonna send
I
him-
apologize to you, black guy with autism.
I'm gonna DM a photo. I'm gonna DM him a photo of pee tonight.
Yeah. My pee.
Dude,
Yeah.
I farted it in the green room yesterday and really pissed off Corey Perry. Man, love Corey Perry. Shout out Corey Perry. Love you, man. But we were doing a show in Hendersonville, and
In Hendersonville?
yeah, there was this brewery. Comic Richard Scudder put on 140 people in that place.
God.
Hell of a
Damn.
show. Oh my God, it felt so good. I went up there and
What's it called? Are they doing it again?
Well, that's
he's
why our
gonna
show got
He's gonna do
canceled.
them every other month.
Plug it. Plug it if it's got a name.
Half Batch.
Half Batch.
Half Batch Brewery in Hendersonville. Richard Scudder is the comic who was running it. But man, it was fucking sick.
Very
and I don't know, I had a really rough tummy yesterday. I was at the house by myself all day, and I was just farting, and I took a nap, and Q walked in and goes, "What's that smell? What are you cooking?"
Oh, man.
It was rough, dude.
You're like my insides. That's
So
what-
I farted. I was just farting in the green room, and it got real stink, and everybody got mad. But there was nowhere else for me to fart. If I fart outside, 140 people smell it. If I fart back here, fucking 6 of us smell it. You know.
Yeah, but we're talking
good of the
size of the space.
There was no real.
I wouldn't have gotten mad at you. I would have covered up. I hate fart smells.
I'll second that. I'll
They
get behind that.
They get me, man.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes-
Sometimes I like a little. I hit one of those.
Are you guys farting in front of your girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
not
can't do it.
yeah.
I can't
It
do
really
it.
depends on the mood.
I
Most
used
of the
to throw
time,
'em
it's
at
an
her.
accident. You used to like catch them and throw them.
I'm like, hey, you want this?
If Kyler Dutch ovened a girl, it would be attempted murder.
Yeah, no shit, dude. You're about to get hit with an assault charge.
That's called a cup of tea, brother.
No, dude. I'm about to gag you talking about it.
Dude, we've had
Dude,
2 out of 4 episodes you've almost gagged.
Yeah, well, I've kind of got a weak stomach on some shit. The idea of how bad it would fucking smell if Kyler did that
And
to
him
you.
just giggling.
Dude, your girl is a small little girl. You can really hurt her doing that. You can really fuck her up, man. You love her, dude. You got to stop doing that. You could hurt her. Too much of a smell for a small person. You could hurt her.
Oh my god, this is
You could fuck her nose up, man.
She's got a really weak stomach.
he burns out all the hairs in her nose.
There's been times.
You know when the sun comes out and vampires, that's what it would be.
Yeah,
like.
man, you're gonna hurt somebody with that thing.
There's been times where I've like crop dusted her, and I walk by, and then like 5 seconds later, I hear.
This is great.
You love that woman, man. You
She's
can't be
the
doing
best,
that, dude.
She's
You
the
can't be
best.
doing that.
Here's my. I'm sure it's like I've farted and people. Christy's heard it, but I try not to like look her in the eye and
Advertising.
rip.
Coward.
And here's my thing, like I know every dude I know is like I do it because she doesn't get to win or whatever, like whatever crazy shit. But here's what I can't figure out because I've never done it. So you just rip one, right? You're like, we're comfortable. How long of a period do you have to wait to be like, hey, do you want to fuck again? Because there's no way you can 10 seconds later be like, you want to?
Yeah, no, that's very true.
You wanna
That
check
is-
out the wreckage?
That is
Like, no
very
way.
true. You got to be doing maybe post-coitus when you know that's kind of off the table. A little bit, 10, 15 minutes afterwards, you break that tension by walking in and just. My number one thing is like the freeze frame at the end of a movie.
Break that tension is so funny.
Yeah.
She's mad.
Yeah, break that tension. You're staring up at the ceiling. She's crying,
She's fully clothed, filing her nails, and you're
Yeah.
like, sorry.
But at the end of a movie, like an old 80s movie or a TV show where somebody will celebrate and they go, yeah.
Yeah.
And they like jump up in the air and they freeze. I like jumping up in the air and hitting one of those and then farting on the way up.
And you
That's
fall.
pretty funny.
You fall, your knees buckle. It's
pretty fun.
You jump up, fart, land on your face.
I've come around on it a little bit.
You ever came and farted at the same time?
No.
God damn.
Dude. That shit sucks, man.
I mean, I explain the physiology of
Well,
that
it
even.
sucks
Because
Okay.
you're sick.
Y'all know when your butthole and your balls get crossed up?
Oh, look. So sometimes, right? If you got one in the chamber, and then your foreplay happens, you get it going, and you're about like a hand job or you're getting some head, and you're like to come, you have to fully relax.
Okay.
You got to relax your anus, and then a little guy sneaks out. You know what I mean?
Okay, no, listen. I'm not gonna act like I'm
say it's
completely
never happened.
unaware of what you're talking about.
I've never been accused of being a feminist, but that should be a war crime.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
If you fart as you're finishing,
That woman is
that
allowed
girl-
to charge you with rape.
Yes.
I farted. I farted on my first hand job.
Yeah.
I snuck a.
I was 12 years old.
No, I was 16.
This whole episode is crazy.
Yeah, her name was a Wakapuku.
We gotta do late night ones, dude. I snuck this girl to my house, and my room was upstairs, so we went upstairs, and she
Spaghetti squash and tinfoil.
she started giving me a hand job, and I was kind of nervous, and right when I came, I just farted, and she stopped, like she was like jacking me off, like stopped and like grabbed my dick like that. And I was like, what was that? I was like, what was that? We got to go. We got to get out of here.
I didn't know it made that sound.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, hold on. You got to try my eggplant parmesan. No, you can't go anywhere yet. You got to try this fucking gnocchi.
This heavy, savory dish I brought you.
Yeah.
It's not even like they made you cookies. She's like, spaghetti squad.
Yeah, dude.
Something I had in the crock pot.
Hell yeah. God dang.
You know how, like, on every, like, even, like, when you have a girlfriend and it's a nice relationship and it ends, amicably, you still feel like girls are beautiful. It was nice of them to have sex with me and all that stuff.
100%.
I mean, Kyler is just taking it to a different level where I'm like, these girls she's giving a guy a hand job and he's just farting.
But I love it, though.
That girl should get a medal, dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, she's a
sort of.
sweetheart. Yeah, she's a good one.
Are you looking her up?
No, I'm trying to. I have a picture of the spaghetti squad.
Hey,
I took a
if you
picture.
do, we're putting it on Patreon.
I definitely do. I know for a fact that I do. I'm just going through these pictures of me that look like a total piece of shit.
When I lost my virginity, I was so worried about impregnating her that I wore 2 condoms, and they just immediately broke.
Yeah.
Upon insertion.
First time mine it broke, and I know it broke because it went from I don't know if I'm doing this right to like,
like,
oh, this feels great. Yeah, and then immediately,
Same.
and then
Same.
dude, also it was on. I was like 15, and it was on my friend's little brother's waterbed.
Oh my God in heaven.
Which was tough look, dude.
It was in my bed, and like the week before, my parents kind of got an idea maybe that I was about to start doing it.
Yeah.
And I just walked into my room after school one day, and there was like a gigantic box of condoms on my pillow.
That's crazy.
Yes.
How'd they get an idea? You were like
16,
making jokes?
16, had a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's actually kind of all you need.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
it. They're like, this kid's going to want to start fucking.
How do we know if this guy's going to do the only thing he gives a shit about doing
wants
ever?
to do.
How do we
Yeah.
know if this boy whose only instincts are to do this? Waterbed
100%.
that's the only time I've ever had
Wild.
sex on a waterbed.
Yeah, I haven't even
One and
laid
done.
on one since '98.
The
Yeah.
waterbeds rule. You guys been? You're from Ohio,
I'm from Lexington,
know-
Kentucky, but yes.
but you lived in Ohio for a while. You're from KY.
Yeah,
You familiar with waterbeds and stuff?
waterbeds and stuff. No, is that an Ohio company?
It's an Ohio store. Someplace I've ever seen them. They sell waterbeds and bongs and dildos.
Waterbeds and stuff.
Yeah,
They call it the store for freaks.
waterbeds and stuff. Spencer, you know waterbeds and stuff?
Freak store.
Fuck out of here.
Frog
We're
store.
gonna, if that store exists, we'll link to it in the
Yeah,
show.
it's sick, dude. Because when I was a kid, I'd go with my uncle, and he'd get stuff. But then they have a black curtain you can't go past unless you're 18. And I turned 18. I went back there, bunch of dicks. That's all it was.
That's all it was.
Whole life, I was like, man, I can't wait to see what's behind there.
And then you go back there and it's just
Bunch of
He said,
dicks.
he said whole life, like 15 years.
my whole
Just-
life,
They
man.
sell mattresses, rugs, bongs, dildos, various
Anything you
novelties.
need, dude.
I like whenever you start to tell a story, I get so excited because I go, I don't know what he's
yeah,
gonna
where's
say.
the turn?
Yeah, it's very fun.
You tell it like it is.
Where's the turn? Dude?
Waterbeds and stuff. Shout out waterbeds and stuff.
Shout out
Waterbeds
to
stuff.
them,
Pocket
man.
knives too. They got pocket knives.
Yeah, it sounds like a gas station where they sell beds instead of gas.
Yeah, kind of sick.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the road now and how Sunoco's and stuff suck.
Yeah,
If you stop on the road, if you don't stop at a Love's,
yeah. Which
Speedway,
even then,
but Love's at least well lit.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what you're gonna
big
get.
giant fat woman at the
you know you
cash
can get a piece
register.
of carrot cake in a tin of hard boiled eggs for
The
10
little
bucks.
Ghirardelli
Wait,
carrot
I'm
cake.
Hold on, that's your order.
No, my order. I love gas station carrot cake.
I never had it.
Yo, it's fire.
I bet it's great.
It's at Speedways and Loves and some pilots.
Yeah.
You'd recognize your road. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I think it's Ghirardelli.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's like a little square wrapped up in
Yes,
plastic.
in cellophane.
Oh,
It's
my-
fire.
All right.
It's fire, and
Yeah,
then a little
buddy.
pineapple. But if you're not at a Love's, obviously a Buc-ee's different level.
Yeah.
Speedway, depending on where you are, and how
Speedy
many
Cafe slept
addicts
on
they
it.
have working there.
Yeah.
But dude, if you're just on a Sunoco at the side of the road, buddy, they are just so tough. You go in there now, they all just sell like fake weed. They're all just like head shops.
There's
now.
like flickering lights and a sign that says like you may not use the bathroom no matter what,
Yeah.
even if you have a gun.
Exactly.
Like you're like, oh, so something horrible happened.
something bad has happened. Someone OD'd in that bathroom.
You know when they
got
give you
slot
like
machine?
they'll give you like a cartoon key,
Yes.
Like a key you would get in Mario to get to the next part of the
or a
castle. Like a
key-
huge key.
A key attached, or a regular size key attached to like an 8-foot long plunger.
Dude,
You know what I'm talking about? Like that's real. They're like, here's the key, and it's attached to a fucking 2x4 that's still on a deck.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you want me to do with
Here's
this?
a key and a chance for you to do the right thing. Guy who's about to destroy this toilet.
A chance to do the right thing is hilarious, dude. Man, I know it's a non sequitur, but these glasses, I think everyone in America should get a
You
pair.
think they're like making you happy, right?
They do. They help. They
The
pick you
colors.
up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
It's a little upper.
They're good for driving too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I originally bought my first pair back in the day. Was at a Love's.
Yeah.
Driving at night. I have a hard time driving at night, and that's what these allegedly are good for. But I just wear them all day. I love them. They just
You
brighten
can wear
everything
those
up.
at night?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I
They're
do wear 'em
brightening
at
it.
night. Yeah,
They still feel like
exactly.
sunglasses to me.
I know, but they
Just driving at night.
yeah, these are making it easier. No, but I like it, man. They just brighten up the day. It's like an Instagram filter for your fucking life.
I would do that. I drove 7 hours today, and it's like something about. It's also funny when you drive like through North Carolina, Tennessee. You just see how many towns where you go like, yeah, nothing on Instagram has anything to do with this. Like
Nothing.
a ton of the country has nothing to do
Most.
with anything I've seen on my
Most.
phone. Yeah.
Most.
And you're like, oh yeah, these people are here.
Dude,
That's,
I've talked about this with you guys, probably everyone in this room off camera about this, but I love driving on the road. Give yourself enough time that you can take a back road or two, and then you're just driving through one of these cities in North Carolina or East Tennessee or middle of nowhere, and you drive by a strip mall, and every business is shut down except one of them is just called like clocks and phones, or it's just called it's just called wireless.
yeah,
Or some shoe repair.
something where you're like, how
you're
did
like,
you get a loan?
How? Or you drive by a Taco Bell in the middle of nowhere and you're like, damn, there's 15 fucking people that work there.
Yeah.
You know, in theory.
Also, you'll notice this on the road, like a Taco Bell in a city, there's like a floor of how bad it can be.
Right.
A Taco Bell in a town that has 4 visitors a year,
Exactly.
they'll like full on. You'll be like, "Can I get a taco?" And they'll just hand you like a guy's severed hand.
Yeah,
They're like,
they'll be like,
we have
"Nah."
this instead. You're like, what?
Nah.
This is the worst place I've ever been, and there's no reason for them to improve.
No, they don't need to.
Yeah.
we used to have a thing in Tennessee. It's no longer here now that everyone's came, but Taco Bell KFC combos,
Oh, yeah. That's still up in Cincinnati.
real big here.
Yeah.
And I judge a city if they have something like that,
You like it?
they get a stamp of approval from me.
Yeah, he sees it and shudders,
All right,
and,
so
and
you-
a single
or
tear,
Taco Bell
a single
Pizza Hut.
tear
When you go
comes to his
there,
eye.
Are you taking advantage of both, and are you like doing? Yeah. What's the order?
Brother, do I fart when I come?
Yeah.
I tell you what.
You do.
Does your man fart when he comes?
Sometimes.
No, yeah, sometimes for sure is the right answer.
That got me.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Bro,
listen,
All right. So okay. What do you get? What's the?
I'm a
what's the-
sucker for mashed potatoes. So no matter what I'm getting, if the option to have mashed potatoes as a side is present, it's gonna happen.
All right, I want to walk through this whole scenario. You come. I'm the cashier. You come in. You want to be KFC?
First
or
I
you
go.
wanna be,
I say, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'm good, sir. How are you? We're excited to see you.
And then I look at you and I turn to the kitchen and I say, all hands on deck.
strap in. We're
Everyone
getting out
get-
late
everyone
tonight.
Get in here.
Can
Call
I get,
your kid.
Can I get a cheesy gordita crunch, a chicken quesadilla, and a 2-piece drumstick with mashed potatoes and a biscuit?
That's reasonable.
That's not that crazy.
No, it's just bad.
What if it's the pizza?
Sometimes
Hut?
it's a 5-piece drumstick. If I feel a little dirty, if I feel like a dog.
5-piece drumstick, cheesy gordita crunch, and a taco.
I can't imagine, like, what